The loneliest moment in someone's life is when they are watching their whole world fall apart, and all they can do is stare blankly. The soul that sees beauty may sometimes walk alone. Two possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. A season of loneliness and isolation is when the caterpillar gets its wings. Remember that next time you feel alone. The worst part of holding the memories is not the pain, it's the loneliness of it. Memories need to be shared. The greatest thing in the world is to know how to belong to oneself. Nobody likes being alone that much. I don't go out of my way to make friends, that's all. It just leads to disappointment. People think being alone makes you lonely, but I don't think that's true. Being surrounded by the wrong people is the loneliest thing in the world. All I ever wanted was to reach out and touch another human being, not just with my hands but with my heart. Sometimes you need to be alone, not to be lonely, but to enjoy your free time being yourself. Solitude is fine, but you need someone to tell that solitude is fine. Loneliness adds beauty to life. It puts a special burn on sunsets and makes night air smell better. If you're lonely when you're alone, you're in bad company. Sometimes you need to take a break from everyone and spend time alone to experience, appreciate, and love yourself. Maybe everybody in the whole damn world is scared of each other. All great and precious things are lonely. Nothing can bring you peace but yourself. Being alone never felt right. Sometimes it felt good, but it never felt right. Inside myself is a place where I live all alone, and that's where you renew your springs that never dry up. Where you used to be, there is a hole in the world, which I find myself constantly walking around in the daytime and falling in at night. A man can be himself only so long as he is alone, and if he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom. For it is only when he is alone that he is really free. The trouble is not that I am single and likely to stay single, but that I am lonely and likely to stay lonely. It is better to be lonely than allow people who are not going anywhere keep you from your destiny. When the snows fall and the white winds blow, the lone wolf dies but the pack survives. Loneliness is not lack of company, loneliness is lack of purpose. The most terrible poverty is loneliness, and the feeling of being unloved. When we cannot bear to be alone, it means we do not properly value the only companion we will have from birth to death. Sex is the consolation you have when you can't have love. It takes a strong person to remain single in a world that is accustomed to settling with anything just to say they have something. When you're surrounded by all these people, it can be lonelier than when you're by yourself. There are worse things than feeling alone, things like being with someone and still feeling alone. I don't know what's worse. To not know what you are and be happy, or to become what you've always wanted to be and feel alone. Some people can't stand being alone. I love solitude and silence, but when I come out of it, I'm a regular talking machine. A great fire burns within me, but no one stops to warm themselves at it, and passers-by only see a wisp of smoke. The best part about being alone is that you really don't have to answer to anybody. How we need another soul to cling to. Being alone and actually sitting with our own thoughts can lead to such growth and realizations that are rare in our everyday busy lives. I want to be with those who know secret things or else alone. As I get older, I'm more and more comfortable being alone. There is a loneliness in this world so great that you can see it in the slow movement of the hands of a clock. If you are afraid of being lonely, don't try to be right. So many people are shut up tight inside themselves like boxes, yet they would open up, unfolding quite wonderfully, if only you were interested in them. When you have nobody you can make a cup of tea for, when nobody needs you, that's when I think life is over. If you smile when you are alone, then you really mean it. It would be too easy to say that I feel invisible. Instead, I feel painfully visible and entirely ignored. What a lovely surprise to finally discover how unlonely being alone can be. Fiction is one of the few experiences where loneliness can be both confronted and relieved. Find company within yourself and you'll never spend a day alone. Find love within yourself and you'll never have a lonely day. I felt a haunting loneliness sometimes, and felt it in others, young clerks in the dusk, wasting the most poignant moments of night and life. There's nothing abnormal about loneliness. The only time we waste is the time we spend thinking we are alone. If you want to miss your crown, follow the crowd. If you want to wear the crown, go alone and be yourself. Some people are just not meant to be in this world. It's just too much for them. My inspirations are the woman, friendship, and loneliness. Even for me, life had its gleams of sunshine. The strongest man in the world is he who stands most alone. It's weird to feel like you miss someone you're not even sure you know.